Klay Thompson officially puts his name in the NBA record books as he breaks the record for most three-pointers in a game. What is going on, y'all? Five Sports Talk back at it with another video talking, of course, some NBA. If you're new to the channel, welcome, and make sure to hit that big red subscribe button down below. With that being said, talking about Klay Thompson's NBA record historic night against my Chicago Bulls, which made it even more difficult to watch as he lit up the Bulls for an NBA now new record, 14 three-pointers. So here to talk about it, talk about the performance itself, where I feel it stacks up in NBA history, and talking about Klay Thompson, if he is the greatest shooter of all time. So let's get started. So let's just talk about the fact that Klay did this in 27 minutes. 27 minutes, folks. Klay Thompson scores 52 points and has 14 three-pointers. So if this was a close game, and it was not, the Warriors had freaking 92 points at halftime, for crying out loud. The Bulls got the doors blown off of them. They got absolutely shellacked. So this was obviously not a game. But if it was, by some chance, like let's say Klay did this against a team like, Houston or something where it was a close game, Klay Thompson could have hit 20, 25 three-pointers. He was that hot today, okay? So 14 for 24 from three, 18 for 29 from the field, 52 points in 27 minutes. Folks, this is obviously like that other performance where, had like some ridiculous amount of point total off just 11 dribbles. The only players in NBA history to score this many points in this few minutes. It's only been done twice in NBA history. Both times it's been Klay Thompson. So ridiculous performance by Klay Thompson. I will put a little asterisk by it by saying that the Bulls are awful defensively, and they have outdone themselves. The Chicago Bulls on the defensive end, when they acquired Zach LaVine and Jabari Parker, or I shouldn't say acquired Zach LaVine, when they acquired Jabari Parker, when they re-signed Zach LaVine, when they got, all of these pieces on the roster, I was like, wow, we are going to be a revolving door on defense because nobody on this roster is going to play defense. And you see it early on. I think outside of the Hawks, the Bulls are obviously the worst defensive team in the NBA. And it came against one of the worst defensive teams in the NBA. But, hey, the Bulls are still an NBA team, so it's still impressive. But I just want to preface that by saying that the Bulls are just awful defensively. Do not get that mistaken. They are bad, okay? But Klay Thompson, let's talk about where I rank him and if he is the greatest shooter of all time. Now, we say Steph Curry is the greatest shooter of all time, and he is. Here's what I'm going to say about this, okay? And I thought long and hard, and I said, look, we do this with everything else. Why can't we do this with shooting, okay? Because we break down every other type of attribute and trait. So like a score or like a rebound or maybe an assist or some pass or something like that. We can break it down. Let's break down shooting. If you tell me who is the greatest shooter of all time from every which way you can shoot the ball, we're talking from 40 feet, from 10 feet, from 7 feet, from 8 feet, from, off balance, off 1 foot, off 2 feet, whatever trick shot or crazy shot or just pure shot you need, I want Steph Curry. But if you are telling me I get a shooter just shooting in his hip pocket, catching it and releasing it and shooting the ball, like just stand still, not off one leg, not off 2 feet, nothing like that, it's Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson, in that sense, as a spot-up, stand-still shooter, I believe he's better than Steph Curry. Now, Steph Curry is a better overall shooter because he can do a lot of other things. He can create off the dribble, so he can make a lot of crazier threes, and he might even have more range than Klay Thompson. But as a shooter, standstill shooter, I believe Klay Thompson's the greatest shooter in NBA history. And if we were to go overall, Steph Curry is the best shooter of all time. Klay Thompson's number 2. And Klay Thompson beat Steph Curry's record of 13 threes. And they're on the same freaking team. Folks, nobody's beating the Warriors this year. I don't know why we even want to talk about this discussion. They have DeMarcus Cousins coming back. As if this wasn't enough, they have the 2 greatest shooters of all time. One of the top 10 greatest players of all time, arguably in Kevin Durant. You got one of the most versatile defenders of all time in Draymond Green. And DeMarcus Cousins, a top 5 center when healthy, coming back. I don't know how this became a Warriors topic. I was just talking about Klay. But point being, hell of a performance. Let me know what you guys think. Overall, to me, as a standstill shooter, Klay's the greatest of all time. I'm willing to go there. Let me know if you guys agree with me or disagree with me. Leave a comment down below. As always, thanks for watching.